hockey arena was packed. The crowd was excited. It was a championship game. The score was all tied up, 2-2. We were going into sudden death overtime. The crowd hushed. The whistle blew, the puck dropped, and that hockey player grabbed that puck and he hit it right for the net. He shoots, he scores! He was an overtime hero. Mr. Chair, fellow Toastmasters, that hockey dream plays over and over again in the minds of young hockey players throughout Canada. And that dream played in my mind when I was in Winnipeg, Manitoba, as a young hockey player. Now, I never got on an organized team. We played scrub hockey on outdoor rinks, but we had fun. And I had that dream for a long time, but it was starting to fade until I joined the Air Force. My very first day on my very first base in CFB Summerside, PEI, a sergeant approached me. He said, "Lieutenant, would you like to join our hockey team?" I said, "Well, Sarge, I'd like to, but I haven't played much hockey. I just played scrub hockey back in Winnipeg." "Oh, don't worry about that, Lieutenant. We have all of the equipment for you. We're just out there. We're not the NHL. We're just out there to have fun." "Well, I know, Sarge, but I'm going to have to ask the major." He said, "Will you take the major and let me know what he says?" So I went in to see the major. "Good morning, sir. Sergeant Fournier said he'd like me to join the hockey team, but I need your permission." The major, kind of gruff, he was sitting at his desk. He said, "Lieutenant, I don't know about this idea. I don't think it's such a great idea. We need you at work. We don't need you getting injured." And I said, "Well, sir, Sergeant Fournier says it's not the NHL. We're just out there to have fun." "Well, all right, Lieutenant. You can join on 2 conditions. 1, keep your head up. And 2, watch out for Bruiser McLean." I said, "Thank you, sir." Oh, I was excited. I was really excited now. But who's Bruiser McLean? Well, I went to the arena to get my hockey equipment. They said they'd provide me with everything. And they dropped this bag in front of me. I could barely see over the counter because I was kind of a short guy. So I started looking through this bag. Where does all this padding go? What am I going to do with all this stuff here? Helmet? Well, I had a jersey much like this one. And that's when I learned this is just like all other things in the military. One size fits all. So I got all that padding on, I got my jersey on, got my stick. I was playing right wing. I got out there, and I would go down the ice with that puck, and all of a sudden, BAM! What was that? I had just met Bruiser McLean. Well, I looked around, and I thought I was in a sea of giants. Everybody was taller than me. The players I played with, the opposition, but I was happy, and I was having fun, and I was going up and down the ice with that puck until, BAM! I got knocked into the boards. But my team was very supportive. I was the only officer on the team, so every time I got on the ice, they went, "Go, sir, go! Go, sir, go!" I loved it. And every time I got hit, well, the next shift out, boy, they weren't going to put up with this. They'd go and they'd slam that guy on the boards and say, "That's for clocking our lieutenant." Well, I had a great time. We had a good season. I thought I was doing pretty good. You know, aside from hundreds of bruises all over my body, I knew what the padding was for. But at the end of the season, I was sort of out of breath. But I had a great time. And that sergeant came and took me aside. He said, "Lieutenant, I admire you because you have guts and determination. But if you want to win on the ice, you're going to have to get a lot faster to avoid all of those checks or pick another sport. Well, I was devastated. I thought I did really well, but I was determined. And that summer I started jogging. I started lifting weights, and I was getting ready. And when the fall rolled around, I couldn't wait to get out on the ice. I got out on the ice. I was feeling really good. I could get up and down the ice with hardly breaking a sweat. I didn't even worry about Bruiser McLean. I was having fun, and I was doing well, and I made lots of great shots. Well, this is fantastic. I'm having a great time here. Well, our team was doing good. We rose right to the championships. And we were at the championship game, the final game. We walked into the arena. It was packed. The crowd was excited. I was ready. I played really hard. And I scored the winning shot! We won! We won the championship! I was so excited. And as we shook hands with the opposition and then waited for our medals, I was thinking back to the words of Sergeant Fournier at the end of the previous season when he said, "Lieutenant, you're going to have to get really fast on the ice if you want to win, or pick another sport." Well, I took Sergeant Fournier's advice, and that's why I was here today in the Atlantic Region Curling Championships.